Do we have a better marriage, Mr. Tate? You want a better marriage? Marry yourself. Because in the modern world, all of the women are useless. No women adds value to anything in life. And all women are going to hell because they're all whores.
Western world. High value.
Right.
Money.
You're right. You're right.
Money.
I'm going home.
You're right, Andrew.
And
You're right.
What's going on, y'all? You're now watching the greatest channel that has ever existed. My name is 𝘕𝘰𝘯𝘵, and I truly appreciate you for being here with me. So that was a funny video from 𝘕𝘰𝘯𝘵 about the manosphere and how people like Andrew Tate talk about relationships, and Fresh and Fit is very similar to them too. And they just had a guy named Richard Hart, you might have heard of him, on their podcast, and it was absolutely amazing. It was like 3 hours. I've had 2 videos about it already, and this is the 3rd video that I'm gonna break it down. A lot of the stuff in the Long Beach Griffies videos is dramatic exaggeration. A lot of stuff that you hear about the manosphere is also dramatic exaggeration. If you listen to them closely, you would agree with about 80% of what they say. Andrew Tate says 80% of what Fresh and Fit says. They say some stuff that's so stupid, though, that I don't agree with. Like, you shouldn't let your girls go to the club ever. That's kind of dramatic, but that's part of the 20%. But most of the stuff, what they say, is actually makes total sense. But I'm not here to advertise them. I'm just saying that they talk about their mindset is very power focused, is very determination focused, is very motivational focused. It's about, I must conquer the world. I must get as many riches. I must influence as many people in a positive way as possible. That's why I like Fresh and Fit, and that's why I like Richard Hart too. Richard Hart is exactly the same way. Sure, you may not care about their womenizing. Womenizing can get tiring after a while. Maybe it gets tiring when you're 60, but it could get tiring after a while. You want to get your money. You want to take care of your kids, different things like that. Financially, take care of your children in many different ways. And Richard talks about that. So let's get into the video.
Life is not fair. Life is really not fair.
100%.
Not everybody has the same skills. Not everybody has the same opportunity. Not everybody has the same love. Life is not fair. I'm going to give you real obvious unfairness. You was born in a rich family. You got real estate. You got stocks. You sit around with your thumb up your butt. You sell them occasionally. Guess what tax rate you pay? 20%. Capital gains. You held it for a year? 20%. Capital gains. Now, compare that to a dude works real hard, 35%.
Yep.
Income tax.
Yeah.
Wait a second. Why did dude sit with his thumb up his butt, pay half the tax to the dude to work real hard? Does that sound fair to you?
No.
That don't sound fair to me. Guess what? In crypto, you hold it for a year, you and the thumb up the butt tax, 20%. Much better.
Yeah, it's true. So capital gains is the best way to make money. Working in 9 to 5 is not really the best way to make money. You make capital gains, or even if you make capital gains from owning a business or from investing. So what you do is that you can, if you have a business, you can do many tax write-offs where you pay way less than 35%, or even pay way less than 20% of capital gains, okay? Or you just invest tons of money that you get from your business into stocks, into ETFs, into bonds, and you only make 20%. You only have to pay 20% in taxes from that. It's not fair. You can work, and pay 35% in taxes, or you can chill and relax after you've worked for a couple of years to gain the knowledge, take those assets, invest into crypto markets, invest into the traditional stock market, and only have to pay, 20% a year.
You ready for this one?
Yeah.
Ready for this one?
I'm ready.
Okay, so we said 35 and ain't fair. Like when I left her, I was paying 35, Now I pay more now. Should I have said that? So like the issue is you don't actually even have to pay that if you're rich. You just get a loan on your assets, and then you don't pay any tax because you didn't actually make money and you didn't actually sell anything. You didn't actually realize any gain. You got a loan and you pay interest on your loan, but you don't pay income tax. So you might pay like a couple % interest on your loan, but you're not paying income tax. And so your money's still in the market making money.
Yeah, so that's my grand plan too. I don't really want to spend my money from my income. I want to get all my assets and then borrow against my assets and then spend money from that loan that I borrow against from my assets as a collateral. I'm probably going to use Pulsechain to do this, Hex to do this, cryptocurrency, stocks and bonds, my house that I own, different things like that. That's what the rich people do. That's what the Rothschilds do. That's what the Jeff Bezos does. That's what the Rockefeller does. There's no reason why you can't do the same. Watch my videos. and we were going to grow together to achieve these goals.
If you could do two things, you could put all your eggs in a bunch of baskets.
Right.
Both going to get some of them. They're going to get got. Or you could put all your eggs in one basket and watch it real careful. That actually works real good. Warren Buffett ain't trying to diversify stuff that sucks. He just is kind of forced to diversify because he has too much money. So he has to because of his scale.
Yeah.
But if he didn't have that scale, he would never buy some of these things that he's buying. Because why would you want less gains? And by the way, a lot of the stuff you think. So the theory behind diversification is it will ease the drawdowns. And I won't have to sell at a worse price if I ever have to sell because the drawdowns will be spread over a bunch of things. But why don't you just buy something that like it goes up so high that it don't matter if it draws down? Hex drew down 95%. That cancels out a 20x. But we went up a 10,000x. So you're still up after a 90% drop. If you go up a 10,000x and you drop 90%, you're still up 1,000x.
Yeah.
Because a 90% drop only cancels out a 10x. And so it's like crypto breaks everything. That may have made sense before crypto existed. Business made sense before crypto existed. I mean, people that make crypto businesses still couldn't outperform crypto.
Although I do like to diversify, I want to put about 75% of all my wealth into crypto and crypto assets like Hex and Pulsechain and Ethereum, and then 25% into like real estate, into, you know, regular stocks and bonds. And I'm going to pay a lot of attention of that 75% in the crypto space. I'm going to pay so much attention to it so that if I see if there's a opportunity, I can gain so much of that opportunity. Or if, let's say, one crypto crashes dramatically or is about to crash dramatically in like the next week, I can pull the money out, put it into fiat, hold it there, and then put that fiat back into the crypto when it's at the bottom so they can shoot back up again.
Here's the thing, the price goes up and down sometimes. Could be any asset. How do we get in the middle and make it less efficient and get rich? Well, let's have this guy stare at a screen and let him draw some lines on a chart. And then let's have this guy stare at a screen and he draws lines at a chart. This guy thinks it goes up. This guy thinks it goes down. We don't care. We're in the middle. We get rich. Fight each other. Go fight. Try and steal each other's money. Yeah. Get his money. Get his money. Yeah. Screw him. Screw that guy. That's what it is. That's what trading is. You're trying to take somebody else's money with the computer as your weapon.
Yeah.
He don't want you to have his money. He wants your money. You guys are both dicks. You ain't making nothing good in the world.
Yeah. So I don't recommend doing any day trading unless you're in a program like Hustlers University, where you have teachers that do the day trading for you and you can just copy and paste what they do automatically, or you are a super strong expert, or you dedicate 10 hours a day, 8 hours a day into this and you're really, really focused. Otherwise, you should just start a business, take your finances take your profits that you get from that business and then invest into cryptocurrency and invest into other businesses or invest into traditional stock market. I joined Hustlers University, so that's why I just follow what they do. So I don't really have to pay attention to it. I pay an expert to do that for me. And so it's not as dangerous as if I did day trading myself.
Stuff's not good in China right now. That's for sure. I mean, I don't know if you guys heard the news and stuff that there's a bunch of farming banks in the middle of China that basically froze users' assets. Yeah. Right. Well,
they got tanks out front, bro.
Yeah, tanks out front. People like you can't revolt against the government. You know, the government's everything, right? And they took 60 billion. I bet you it's more, but $60 billion of farmers' money. That means they're not being able to pay for labor. They're not going to buy fertilizer. That means they're not going to be productive. So what does that mean? There's going to be a fucking food shortage in China.
Yeah. So China has a lot of zombie houses right now, zombie cities right now that are just empty ghost towns that they spent billions upon billions of dollars building. And it just increases their GDP on paper. But in reality, if no one actually uses these assets that they increase, just because your GDP is high doesn't mean that your country is becoming more wealthy. They're just becoming wealthy on paper. So China's playing, dangerous games right now. And intelligently, though, they're having a lot of stores of grain, having a lot of stores of wheat, because there is a prediction of a massive food shortage this winter that's coming. So it's going to be very dangerous. So China has positives and they have negatives too, and they want to invade Taiwan. So many different moving pieces right now. That's why you need to invest into crypto. You need to start your own business right now. You need to make sure that whatever job that you're in right now, you have a lot of job security. Prepare yourself for the winter time that's coming, because winter is probably going to be worse than you expect. Hopefully, fingers crossed, we're all going to be doing great, but winter is probably going to be worse than you expect.
And then you see other countries doing this, like the Netherlands is like, okay, you know what? Even though like the human contribution to this nitrogen thing is like 0.01%, we want to nuke our entire domestic crop production. So we're going to make you guys turn off all of your farming. You can't do cattle farming anymore. So we're not going to have beef anymore. And so basically it's like the World Economic Foundation the World Economic Forum wants you to eat bugs.
Yeah.
They want you to eat insects. And they don't want you to have money anymore. They want you to have coupons. And you can use those coupons to buy what they approve. And so your fake government money, you'll be able to buy bugs, or you'll be able to buy, designer vitamin water. Right. But you won't be able to buy what you want to buy because they want control of you.
Right, control.
You will have less rights. You have lost so many rights that you didn't even realize you had. If someone used to read your mail when it came into your mailbox, that was a federal crime. They get messed up. Now, everyone reads your email. Well, it's funny. You just let Google read your email. You let your ISP read your email. Anybody could read your email. And it used to have freedom of speech. Government couldn't write a law to stop you from having free speech. So guess what? Corporations will do it for them. You say the C word,
Facebook,
you about to get banned. Don't say it. Don't say it. Don't say the C word. You know that thing that's got people coughing sometimes?
Yeah.
Don't say that word because you get banned. They
Right.
demonetize you. Man, if you say the wrong thing in this country, you get straight up canceled now.
Again, there's going to be a big food shortage in the wintertime. We'll see what happens. A lot of programs like the World Economic Forum, they want to have power and control. The powers that be want to have more power and control. Power corrupts, but absolute power corrupts absolutely. So you need to be careful for that. You want to make that your assets independent from traditional banking markets right now. We saw what happened with 𝘊𝘰𝘳𝘕. We may not agree on his womanizing ways and things like that, but the fact that they were able to freeze his accounts, they were able to freeze his PayPal, they were able to freeze his bank accounts, they were able to freeze his Discord, his Instagram, which had nothing about women on it. It just showed beautiful women in fast cars. He had no comments. He had no statements in any of his Instagrams, but they still froze it anyways. They froze his YouTube accounts. The fact that they were able to do all of this just because of words that he said, just because of speaking words into the air is absolutely insane. So you do want to become independent of the powerful powers that be. I don't want to say too much, I don't want to get demonetized, but be careful with your money. Diversify your money into many different aspects, or else it could be very dangerous. I'm telling you this because I thank you. I love you. I want you to get into crypto and pay attention to videos like this. Watch videos like this, not from an emotional standpoint. Listen carefully to what they say. You don't have to agree with everything that they say, but take the good information and then throw away the bad information that they say, right? I'm telling you this again because I thank you. I love you. I appreciate you. Let us get this money.